everyone, my name is Kim. I just did a video about the ENTPs earlier. I just had a thought in my mind that, I should do a video on INFJ'S and what they can do to reach self-actualization and have that growth mindset. Now, INFJs, they generally are very healthy individuals. So, they're very growth mindset people. They care a lot about people. They want to help people. They give good advice. They have their own channels on YouTube where they give advice, or they make space for other types to tell their story, and for the INFJs, to let each type, have that space to tell their story, to connect with the INFJ, and vice versa. This is the way that INFJs can connect with other types. And these are very healthy mindset individuals. It's hard to find something that with INFJs that that they need to address in order to be self-actualized or having that growth mindset. But generally, they all are healthy, growth-minded individuals and are all about, improving themselves. But there are some that, because INFJs, they're not perfect. No personality is perfect. So INFJs, what they can do to be more self-actualized and have more of a growth mindset. There are some that, maybe not some, but I know of one who's an INFJ, and my communication with this INFJ, I do, I pick up on these things with my communication with this INFJ. I think, there needs to be something that, needs to be improved. And I think for this INFJ or other INFJs, they have, when they first meet people, and this is healthy INFJs would not act like this, but there are a few, or not a few, but just a small percentage of INFJs that when they first meet a person that they don't know very well, they tend to form assumptions about that person, as if they know that person through and through. And I know that INFJs have a way of, being in touch with people's feelings. They're not mind readers. They don't know what's in a person's mind. But they are in touch with another person's feelings. And they're empathetic. They're an empath. So, yeah, they're in touch with people's emotions. And, they are the most empathetic, They can put themselves in someone else's shoes. And it's as if they're experiencing this person's life, the emotions this person is dealing with, or just like actually being in that person's life and observing what they're going through. Okay, anyways, I'm always doing this. I'm way off topic here, but okay. Back on topic. So there are some INFJs, yeah, when they first meet you, or and don't know you very well, and make assumptions, by saying, oh, well, this is the reason why, this turned out to be this, because maybe you didn't understand the question or something, or XYZ. Or maybe there's a hidden intention, or a hidden desire or something for something that this person, they're assuming that this person's doing this, but the person they have made assumptions about. These kind of INFJs who do that, who have these assumptions about people, that they think they know the person so well when they don't. And no one likes to be, treated as if they, are being, seen through, or that the INFJ, just knows them, so they don't know them, but they assume things. And it's not good to assume things about people, because assumptions can be wrong. Assumptions are not always correct. Just as anything that comes out of our mouth is not perfect. So assumptions or judgments, I think they go hand in hand, assumptions and judgments. Generally, INFJs are not judgmental, and they don't make assumptions about people they don't know. Healthy INFJs that I know online are not that way. They don't make assumptions about a person they don't know. They don't make judgments on a person they don't know. Or even if they knew the person, they don't make assumptions or judgments. INFJs are very open-minded, and they're not judgmental people. The ones that are healthy and have reached self-actualization, or have that growth mindset. But not, INFJs or any, we all have faults. We all are not perfect. Okay, so I think I'm going to keep this video short, but I think, you know, when an INFJ is on that path to self-actualization, they're not going to, when they first meet a person or have a bit of a conversation with this person, you know, a healthy, growth-minded INFJ would not make assumptions about a person that they don't know. Yes, they have NI. They are very intuitive. They can't totally and perfectly know what's in our heart and in our minds. They do know. They look for patterns. What comes out of your mouth? They look for consistent patterns, you know, with emotional cues. INFJs are good at reading people, like facial expressions. They don't know what's in the person's heart. They don't know what is in the person's mind. But what they do know is what you say, how you say it, your facial expression, how your facial expression is when you're expressing something, you know, and that is, and so they can get intuitive insights, you know, just being in a conversation with a person, and just noticing facial cues, you know, that the person's tone from their voice, what the person is talking about, and you know, they get a sense of why this person is talking about this, or they can see the patterns of this person, you know, saying something that sounds contradictory, and so they see a pattern in that. Okay, and then they form an understanding, and it's information that their introverted intuition, you know, NI helps them with that. It helps them to find patterns. It helps them to be able to pick up on people's emotional levels. You know, they're able to see if something is consistent or not consistent with how a person talks, what they talk about, their tone of voice, their facial expression, the emotional cues. So if an INFJ, I'm gonna, my time is getting over here, but I'm gonna speak quickly. If an INFJ, you know, who wants to have that self-actualization or that growth mindset, they're going to, you know, they're going to not have assumptions or judgments of people that they don't know. They're going to be open-minded, because INFJs are open-minded. They're open-minded towards any personality type. They want any person or personality type to feel comfortable with them, to be able to, you know, to be able to be themselves around the INFJ. And the INFJ wants to hold space and have that environment for that, for this person to feel comfortable and to speak candidly, you know, and just to tell their story or speak their truth. And so when they're not, you know, assuming things or having judgments about other people, when, you know, but you know, being open-minded, you know, and really understanding a person's perspective, and allowing that person to have their own perspective without any critical judgment or assumptions. So when they do that, when they allow a person to be themselves and to express themselves and not and to not feel like they're being, dissected, and being judged and for an INFJ to make assumptions about this person. So, okay, so my time is over, but I just wanted to mention a few things. But generally, INFJs are very, very healthy, growth-minded individuals. They're on good paths, and they are very healthy people. And but still, there's always that small percentage. That we all have things that we need to work on to be self-actualized and to have that growth mindset. And so that small percentage, if they want to have a growth mindset, they need to, to not judge others, assume things, or anything like that. Anyways, I am way over my time here, and I hope you guys enjoy your evening, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. All right, bye.